Welcome back, it's Danny. I decided to film today because I'm a Slack Modern Dream palette and this just dropped. It's brand new, so I thought it'd be really fun to do some swatches. This way you guys can see it and know if you want to buy it or not. So I did get this for free because I got it a part as my gratis because I do work at NYX. Going into the palette, there are 40 shades. The palette goes for $35 before tax. It's very similar to the NYX Swear By It, which I will put a picture. It's basically just like the updated version. First we have this white, and this white is super pigmented. The other day, a woman came in to buy the palette specifically for this white. Like, look at this. Super, super pigmented. Okay. So then the next shade we have right here is just kind of like a, I don't know why I want to say fairy gold. It's kind of just like a really pretty champagne glittery color. It's pretty sheer. It's okay. So-so on that shade. There. The next shade we have is kind of like this rusty orange kind of color, and I actually have this on today, by the way. My whole eye look is from this palette. It's okay. And then when you put it on, it's pretty good. Well, this palette has a mix between mattes, shimmers, foils. Like this one is definitely a shimmer. I'm just swatching these all on my arm. That was actually really, really pretty. Really pretty and pretty pigmented. Next, I have this peachy color right here. Okay, that was actually super pigmented. It's kind of like a salmon pink. Ooh, okay. So that was kind of like a mahogany, and that is so pigmented. Okay. So that was the first row of shades. I'm really liking that maroon mahogany color into this gold, which I actually have on today. And this one is a foil. It's super, super pigmented, and a little goes a long way. The sparkles definitely pick up, and you can really see those guys. So or not be focusing at all, because I don't know how to do that. That's another reason why I've kind of not done videos. Okay, the next one is a mustard color. The pick off on that was pretty good. I believe I actually have this shadow on today as well. It was okay. Towards the ending of the swatch, it got a little So then here's this. Ooh. I'm noticing with this palette, the darker colors are definitely the more pigmented, because look at this bad boy. This was like insane. This was like a really pretty orange. I'm really excited to have this palette so I can use it for fall. Okay, so next we're into a dark brown, which I also have on today, and that guy's super duper pigmented. Next is a coppery kind of brown. Pretty, pretty. It's like a shimmer. It's more on the sheer side, so it'd look really pretty for kind of like a sultry kind of look. Next is a shimmery copper kind of shade. Ooh, that was actually really pigmented. I have that right here. I just want is this plum kind of color. So not so pigmented. Next to it we have a deeper purple, and again, like I said, what I notice is the darker colors are way more pigmented. I can't turn the camera, so I'm trying to turn my arm. That was the first two rows. Next, this is another foil. It's just like a gold foil. It's this guy right here. What sucks about these palettes is there's no name, so I can't be like, yeah, I'm swatching Sandman. I don't know. I'm gonna swatch this yellow, and I know a lot of people, like, if they're gonna buy a palette and it has color, they want the colors. This yellow is amazing. Like, honestly, the best shades in this palette are the white, the yellow, the green, which we'll get to, and the gold. This orange is amazing. I can't wait for Halloween to use these colors. Well, Halloween season, which is all year round, not for everyone. Okay, next is this red, which again, super, super pigmented. I think NYX did an amazing job with the more electric and bright colors. There's a little bit of fallout from the swatch, super, super pigmented, and they're definitely, you could definitely work them up. Not every shade is as pigmented as all of them, but it's still a gorgeous palette. Green is the next shade, and that's also very, very pretty. It's kind of like a vomit green, but I like it. That's another really pretty color for fall or even summer. Next to it is a really pretty teal kind of a color. When you swatch it, it almost looks silver. It's very mermaid-esque. Then next to that is a dark green. Like I keep saying, oh, and when you swatch it, it almost looks black. So this would be really pretty for a smoky eye if you wanted to do something different. Okay, we're moving on to our last two rows. So next we have a rosy champagne kind of color, a little bit more pink than that first champagne color. That's actually really pretty and reminds me of something that would be in an Anastasia palette. Right next to it we have a shimmery blue. It's kind of like it reminds me of like a pearl blue. It's cute. I wouldn't really do much with that shade. Doing a smoked out blue eye would be really pretty. So next we're going to that Seafoam Mint Green, and holy pigment. This shade is amazing. Like I said before, all those bright colors, they did so well with it. Next to that we have a really pretty pigmented purple. I kind of wish that this purple wasn't shimmery. It was just matte. Because there's all these other beautiful matte bright colors in the palette that adding the shimmer to the purple, I feel like they should have just went with a bright purple. Neon pink, and again, like I was saying before, the neons are amazing in this. NYX actually, if you guys haven't got to try them or play with them yet, also released neon pigments a few weeks ago, which are incredible. Next to that neon pink, we have a shimmery pearlized navy blue, which is pretty. Again, I'm not a super fan of like shimmery pearl shadows unless they're super, super glittery. Okay, then we have a kind of metallic dark green. The dark green is okay. Now we have an even darker brown, which is super duper pigmented. Like, look at that guy. We're at our last row. This is the color we have next. It's kind of just like a really pretty, like a pretty silver, pearl silver. It's the only thing I don't like about it. It is super sheer. We have the same thing with a blue, only this is more of a royal blue now. Again, kind of sheer pigment. Now we have a blue. Okay, the blue they did okay. I feel like it's super pigmented, but it's a little bit chalky. Like even touching it, I'm like, oh, this isn't buttery. Now we have a dark purple. That's actually really pretty. I really like that shade. Super pigmented. Running out of fingers too. Okay, we're up to our last four shades. So now we have this, which is in the same family. It's super duper pretty. Next we have this blue, which is kind of like a navy blue, and it's really pretty. What I like about it is how it actually looks like a dark turquoise. Last but not least, we have this black that has a little bit of shimmers in it. So let's see what it actually looks like on. It's actually really pretty. It would be nice over a smoky eye, because sometimes you want to do a glitter, but putting a loose glitter on top of a smoky eye can make it lose the smokiness and sultriness of the look. But yeah, that was the swatches. Overall, I probably rate this palette a 7, just because the shadows that are pigmented definitely are super pigmented. However, I wish that all of the shadows were pigmented. I'm super grateful that I received this palette as graded. I just do wish it was a little bit more pigmented, but that was it. Thank you for watching, and coming back if you've watched my previous videos. I do want to try and, you know, start posting. Alright guys, this is me peacing out. I'm too awkward.